Yeah. When all the smoke like a vape pen. Hold on, brother, chase him. Say my name, I pop up like the boogeyman. Fucking the game over, dropping bangers with no hooks. And free my brother Leak. I hate I'm putting money on your books again. Yeah. If you ain't never took a man, nigga, calm down. I known her, so I approached her with my palm out. Was on that she in the county ring songs. Yeah. Risk taker, beat that block with 50 niggas on it. Yeah. Hey, Echo, turn this beat off if I ain't tripping on it. Hey, making love.
What's good, y'all? It's Cuts by Dre. Today I'm finna show y'all how to do a high table. It's pretty simple. Been cutting for about 4 to 5 years. In the work to getting my barber's license and things of that nature. But yeah, let's get straight into it. First, you wanna make sure your hair brush down. You wanna make sure everything laid down. You're gonna start with your first step, which is your bald line. I use my clippers closed for my first bald line because it's easier to knock out the bottom line. So go ahead and get into that. You just want to create a nice line on both sides. And you know, I'm pretty well at this, so I can eyeball it from here. You know, and I usually just make my bald line and then I go further into it when I start fading my sides. So our next step, since we got our bald line, now we want to go lever open. This lever closed, and go lever open. You want to just go up about a ½ inch, not too much. And that's, you want to kind of leave the front dark, like your bars or side bars, you want to leave them kind of dark. But me, you know, I can, you know, I finesse, you know what I'm saying? So I just go all the way to the front and I don't leave my side bars dark. But it's still hair there. Next step, we're gonna bald it out. We're gonna close it halfway, and we're gonna go back up, take out that bottom line. So all you wanna do, you wanna go fully closed. Take out that further bottom line. You wanna make sure everything clear down there. Make sure you get all of that. Alright, we're gonna go on with our second step. We're gonna go guard one lever close. And go up a ½ inch again. And brush it back down, bring it back down. Go back up again. When you're cutting, you want to make sure you're scooping. You want to scoop, you want to dip, and scoop out. Also, when you're handling both, you want to scoop and dip out as well. Go halfway. Go up halfway again. Go fully closed. You want to go fully closed. As you can see it, fade is starting to come in. On the other side, you know, same thing. It's just a repetition of steps. Lever close. We want to start lever open, lever close. Lever halfway and then lever close. Now we all cleaned up. We got our first. You always want to go back and double check on both sides. You want to make sure everything even out. All right, next step, what we want to do? Put our 5 on there. You gonna start, ball line, lever close, guard 1, lever close, halfway, close. Lever open, halfway, close for every clipping. You start with your 1, your 1.5, and then your 2, depending on what's your hairline. So we're gonna go in with our 0.5. We just knocking out that bottom line. Taking out that 1 line that we put in. That's all we doing. We taking out that 1 line we put in. It look a little bulky, but that's all right. That's when our 1.5 is to clean all of that up for it. Just knocking out that bottom line for it right now. Come back to the other side. Again, we just knocking out that bottom line from the 1 guard. Knocking out the bottom line from the 1 guard. Oh my God. It's really easier if you take those 3 steps. You get the flow of it, the repetition of it. That's what I did. And it got me a long way. Now, I'm fading. I'm still an upcoming barber, but I got a nice amount of clientele. Road to barber school. I can get some film up in there for us. You know what I'm saying? And the future goals of me coming into barber school, I'll do an introduction into barber school or a day of life in the barber like me. Day in the life of an upcoming barber. Now we're gonna come in with our 1.5. We're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna come up to the top. I have braids, so I try to not snag as much hair off the top and try to pull in my braids out of place or anything like that. You just wanna go up, lever close, and go lever halfway. Switch to the other side. Now we're gonna do the other side. I like to go up all the way to the top. I want to make sure I take on all of that extra bulk, because the tendency with braids, it's kind of a little bit more difficult to get all the bulk at the top. So that's when you want to bring your 1.5, you want to close it all the way and cut it downwards, as I'll show you in a second. You want to just take your clipper, turn it around, bring it downwards. As you see, that fade is coming in real well. We're gonna take our lever close and knock out the bottom line to ensure everything. I take my 1.5 and I go across the top of my braids. I like to keep my front taper a little dark than usual. I like to keep it a little darker. So, everybody has their own preference on front taper and how light they like it and how dark they like it. I mean, it's just a preference. I just like mine's a little dark. Now you want to come in with your leather open. You kind of just want to freestyle. Clear up that. Give it some detail. You want to make the fade blurry. Another thing I'll do, I go down with my lever. If I see that a spot too dark, I'll come down with my lever. This just worked for me. I don't know if it's a preference for other barbers. I'm just showing you my way of how I cut my hair. Everybody different with, their setup and how they take out their lines. Next time we got that cleaned up. Come over to the other side. Knock that ball line out. Knock the one guard line out. What I can say for the most part is you'll learn something every day about barbering. It's a good trade, it's a good skill. There's money to be made and things of that nature. I think I'm gonna go down one more time on my front taper. It's kind of wanted to blend in with my fade. Alright, yep, since we got our fade in there, it don't do justice on camera, but you want to always take a step back and go look in the mirror and make sure everything lines up and look good. I'll do a video showing my cut after. It's faded, it's just the lighting just not here. We definitely gonna invest into a camera for sure though. This is my first video and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go in with your sideburn. I just find me a point on the side and line it up somewhere along my ear. So then I can just go to my other ear and do the same thing. And you kind of want to do the same thing again. You just fading with your beard. That's the difference. Nothing crazy. Not the difference, just fading with your beard. Now after you fade your sideburns in, let's get into the freeze. We're gonna freeze it up now. Freeze up it up. Then we're gonna lock everything in and get everything lined up. This is the best part. This is the part you wanna focus on the most. You don't wanna push too far back. You don't wanna push too far back in your corners. It's gonna cause pushback. You wanna just get it. Starting out as a barber, you wanna just kinda get it enough to where it looks straight. You don't have to perfect it. It's always time for improvement and perfections. I'm taking my holding spray. I'm gonna brush everything down. Take my holding spray and brush everything down. I'm gonna get everything brushed down, lock it in place. You don't get it like that, you just fan it off. You also kind of want to brush down to get them hairs to hold in place for the line up. Make sure you get everything held down. And you'll get the results you like. It's gonna leave you with a crispy, ashy line. I'm gonna add enhancements to my cut. This is my first time doing a cut. and the phone, so it's kind of different. So, you know, everything, you know what I'm saying, I can get as much as I can, but it's perfect. It's getting there. Now you want to get your liner. You want to go in. You want to make sure you line it up. You don't want to bend the clip or tilt the clip anyway. You just want to gently, slightly go across. You want to get it to the edge to where it's almost to the baby hair, but don't cut so you don't want to tap too far back. Make sure everything even up. And everybody's hairline different, so you kind of gotta work with your longest. And if you know your hairline, it's easier to do it. See, my hairline, it's some difficulties with it. Not difficulties, but the complications with my hairline. So, and sometimes my corners are light, so it makes it a little hard. You want to go in, you want to touch that sidebar. I'm lining up right where my baby hair starts, because I don't want to push myself back. You want to line up to as close to your baby hair as you can. And we're going to finish this out and start with our hands. All right, I cleaned it up. You see I got the lines in there. After I put the lines in there, as you see now the fade is fading. You can see it a little bit better. It's there. Yeah, it's there. Now you want to come in. I'm going to go in with my razor. You know, me personally, I like to just go in with my razor on my beard just to line it up. You just take your razor, go across your face like that. You want to be as careful as possible. I've been using razor for quite a while now, so I got the hang of it. But if you're not careful at all, you will cut yourself. And it is very painful because I have nicked myself. Yep, and you get your first line. You're gonna do the same thing to the other side. You know, razor is pretty simple. It just comes with a lot of training and technique in order to not cut yourself and things of that nature. So you want to get it lined up as even as possible. I like to handle the sidebars of my beard with my guard. With my trimmer. So I'll handle that in a minute. First, we're gonna finish up razoring this line. Now we're gonna go in with our enhancements now. This is the type of spray I got the Temptation, the black spray. I used to have an air compressor, but I don't use it no more. But kinda you wanna stand back from an angle kinda and spray it. You don't wanna be too close up if you don't want it that black. Sometimes I kinda like mine a little bit more heavier black because it gives it a pop. I know a lot of people don't like the black spray. I just feel like it's essential sometimes, you know, to make the cut stand out. Yep, you don't want to apply too much on the sides. You can do a little freestyle on it, you know what I'm saying? Make it a little darker on the sides if you want to. And you know, it's really just your preference. You can do a little freestyle too. You want to add a little pencil, you can do that. I'm gonna add a little white to mine. just to give it that little pop. You don't want to put too much because you don't kind of want a big glare. You kind of just want just a glare good enough to pop on the hairline. I know, guys. Yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but it's a little harder in the phone. But my cuts prove all my work, so no cocky stuff, guys. Alright, so guys, this the cut and the results. You know, not one of my best cuts, but you know, this is my first tutorial. I was kind of nervous on YouTube, but here I go. If you want to tap in with me, just click like button. You want more tutorials, low tapers, high tapers, whatever it is. I got y'all. It's Cuts with Dre. We out.